Hey guys, Coach Andrew here. Just hopped off a conversation, a really powerful conversation with somebody that's really close to me, and I wanted to share some of this with you guys. Oftentimes, when we hit hard parts in our life, or when we have disaster that strikes, whether it's financial disaster or someone in your family has is having a hard time, or even if it's a disaster or something challenging in health, we often as people start to look to the bad things. Why did this happen to me? Why am I going through this? And you put yourself in this negative headspace, and you'll do things like you'll lose sleep over it, you'll toss and you'll turn, you'll cry, and you'll continue to only focus on the negative aspect. And yes, sometimes all there is in a situation is the negative. Sometimes you there's no lesson to be learned. There's nothing that you can gain from it or be positive about it. But the reality is there always has to be like a feeling of negativity in your life for you to understand what true positivity is, and for you to be able to experience it. So I'll share something personal with you guys. Me and Lorna have a rental, and we've been having a few challenges with our tenants. We have two tenants. One is phenomenal, sweetest person in the world. The other one, not so much. And my running joke to myself is I have two tenants. I have Yin, who lives upstairs, and Yang, who lives below. And that property every single day reminds me, either in a positive way or in a negative way, of ways that I should be showing up to be grateful for myself and for what I have every day of my life. Because there are opportunities where maybe you have a lot that's going for you, and because it came to you easy, without any struggle or without any hardship, you actually truly don't value those things. And that's why it's so important for you to practice gratitude every single day. And I tell my clients to practice gratitude every day, because it really does change and alter your headspace and your mind. Because when you show up in a place where you are just grateful for being able to go for a walk, to have a house, to have a couch to sit on, to have food in your fridge, to be able to walk because some people can't walk, those things literally shift your headspace into a place where you can be positive and you can be fired up about the day. But we cannot understand what happiness is, what positivity is, what light is, if we do not have the opposite to compare it to. We do not know light unless we know what darkness is. We don't know happiness unless we've ever experienced something that makes us sad. And this is why sometimes these challenging moments appear in our lives, and they're so important, because they really define who we are by what we do about them. So when it comes to things like your health, and you're experiencing a health scare, or you're having a hard time losing weight, or maybe you've been struggling with a digestive issue for a long time, how is your headspace? How are you dealing with it? Are you just sulking? Are you negative? Are you crying? Do you always talk bad about it or talk bad about yourself? Or are you choosing to be positive, continue to search for a solution, and be motivated and driven enough to say, this doesn't define who I am? And that's ultimately what's going to continue to level you up through life, because it forms a bridge between where you want to go and where you are now. You are your own bridge. You are your own solution. You are your own best teammate. You are your best friend. You are your closest ally. You have all of the answers you need. But just like you can be all of those things, remember, a yang lives in all of us. You can be your own worst enemy. You can be the person who self-sabotages you. You can be the person who lets yourself down or who lets others down. And you can be the person who puts a block between where you want to go in your happiness and where you are now. And that's really important. So focus on your headspace every single day. It's just as important as your nutrition. It's just as important as your activity, because just like we need to fuel our stomachs, we need to fuel our minds, and we need to fuel our hearts. So little message from me. I'm going to finish drinking my tea for the evening, and thanks for watching.